The Lagos State government has formally received the letter of approval for the construction of the Lekki airport. Minister of Aviation, Mr. Harvestcity, made this known, made a presentation to the governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, at this year's Lagos Economic Summit, tagged Enyigbeti 2022. Blessed Omonose tells us more.
For more than 20 years, the Lagos State Economic Summit, tagged Enyigbeti, has served as a beacon of change in helping to shape the state public discourse over time. This year, the state is launching its development plan for the next 30 years to chart the path for sustainable socio-economic growth. Top on the agenda is the construction of the Lekki International Airport. The Minister of Aviation, Mr. Harvestcity, is here with some cheering news as he presents a formal approval to Governor Sanwo-Olu. The minister believes that the best way Lagos can be linked to the rest of the world is through infrastructure and civil aviation.
You will agree with me that Murtala Mohammed is so congested and of course far away from center of action at the moment because there's a new Lagos. You have the Atlantic, you have the Lekki free zone, you have the all the way to Ekpe access of all of these happenings here. So Lagos needs yesterday this airport, and we're more than happy to have them have it. We will of course get our agencies to supervise and ensure that it's done very well with the signature of Lagos on its own.
For Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the Enyigbeti Summit, which is a private sector-driven initiative, has to a large extent achieved its purpose through the adoption and implementation of innovative ideas and suggestions. He spoke extensively on the positives this summit holds for the state.
It's all about partnership. You can see a real partnership with the federal government through the Ministry of Aviation, but the real beneficiaries are the citizens, are the businesses that we're trying to activate more, and so we're doing business to business and business to business, and that's how you develop economics like this, give them a platform where infrastructure, things that are government, related, give it to them and give them the opportunity for their business to be able to thrive. This infrastructure will reduce journey time, will make Lagos, easily and better accessible, and people can make better, local and international business decisions given all the investment that have happened, in that area.
On its development plan, as ambitious as revenue projection looks, the government shares insight on how it intends to achieve it.
In terms of revenue, we are doing just about 2% of our GDP. Leading cities around the world, from what we see, we need to do more than that. So this vision says we should move it up to 5%. If we move it up to 5%, there will be significant amount of revenue. But it is not just the revenue of the state government that counts, because that revenue probably in taxes about 20% of the people's earnings. It is what they do with the 80%.
With ourselves, the needed equity to be able to fund and finance that project. And we've taken this whole initiative to Ekpe. All of our cabases in Ekpe, we've got 100 hectares of land that has been demarcated, and it's there. Now the film city, which will be Africa's model film city, is also going to Ekpe.
Show. Hello everyone, good afternoon. How are you? It's a bright sunny day. I'm here at this amazing site. Behind me you can see this road. The road is called Elerongbe Junction. This is Elerongbe Junction. And behind me is this amazing road. This road is a 4-lane road, and you can see that road has not been constructed, but the contract for the construction has been awarded. I can tell you something good. I'm told that by February that the construction of this road will commence. And just beside this road is the Lekki Express Road. This one has been done. You can see the quality of work done here, the quality of the road. The road is a full concrete road with drainages, with closed drainages, and the express is amazing. This is one of the best roads in Lagos State because it's a concrete road. This road can last for 30 years. It's not an half-fast road, concrete road. So the same project, the same people that construct this road will be the one constructing the road behind me. This road is Elerongbe Junction, and this road will lead down to Elerongbe. I can tell you something for sure. By the time this road is done, just like this one here, the prices of estates in this axis will go high. Presently, you can still get estates here for 500, 600, 700, 900K. In fact, there are some estates being sold already for 7 million on this axis. Imagine by the time they construct this same road behind me, just like this one. Imagine how much house land will be sold here. Down behind me is Itinu City, is MNSA Phase 2, MNSA Extension, is Terra Estate, and Itinu Residential, and Itinu Commercial. And those estates are selling for 5 million, 17 million, and 21 million. And right behind me is Elerongbe Junction, and estates here are being sold for 1.5, 2 million, 7 million, and as low as 700, 650K. By the time this road is done and they commence the construction of this road, I can tell you the price of estate will skyrocket rather. So what does this say to an investor? If you are a smart investor, it is smart for you to buy land here at Elerongbe while the road is not yet being done. By the time the road is being done by next year, February, I can tell you you're going to get nothing less than 300% return on your investment. Why? Because the price of the land will skyrocket. Now, I'm bringing you land at this same axis for 600, 700, and 900,000 for a plot. And I can tell you by next year, when the construction business will commence, I can bet with you that your return on investment will go as high as 100% or even 200 or 300% return on investment. Why? Because infrastructure is coming to Elerongbe Junction. I can tell you for sure, infrastructure is coming to Elerongbe. The contract will be signed, and I'm told by reliable sources